It's another day. It's morning. I haven't brought the pigs over yet, and I've had time to think about this a little bit more. I'm getting kind of excited about what I'm going to do here. I'm going to run this, I'm calling it a sunning deck, out the whole way till it touches the ground. I mean, masonry touches the ground. The plane of it will go out there till it touches the ground. And that way I can use it to strengthen the bottom of that really compromised area. Another thing, I'm going to hold it back. I'm going to move it back that way toward the hill so that this original foundation, for whatever it is, will be exposed. In other words, it's going to be smaller. I'm going to move the whole thing back that way. And that way it'll be able to continue to tell its story. And I'll put some steps there, or a ramp, steps I guess, so that it'll be a way to come off that sunning deck. Another thing I'm going to do is the plywood that I took off. I had laid plywood in there just because I had it. And there it is, and most of it did not rot up, so it must be, it's quite a stack of it. It must be exterior grade. I'm going to take it inside the barn. I'm going to lay it there on the barn floor, in the basement, against the lower part of the barn. Why not? You know, it'll just add to the strength of the floor, and it'll be much easier to sweep. So at least for now, I'm going to cart that in. I'll show you what it looks like once I get it in there. There's one sheet in. Boy, that was heavy. I had to flip it end for end and side to side to get it in here by myself. It'll be easier to sweep for sure. Now I'm going to get the rest of the pieces are smaller. That's the only one that's that big. But I'm sure I'll be able to just incorporate that into the floor. Since I've got it. I wouldn't buy it, but I've got it. Well, I'm standing on the plywood, and see, this will be so much easier to sweep. I'd rather it not go down into the gutter. Now these boards here, they're going in the right direction, so it's easy enough to sweep the goat's daily offering and get it going fast enough it'll clear the gutter. I'll deal with clearing the gutter later. That's low priority right now. But anyway, I had enough of the bigger pieces to kind of cover this, like so many rugs, throw rugs. These smaller pieces I'll lay around here. Now see, these boards are going the wrong way. I want to sweep the goat turds this way. So anyway, it'll make it a little steadier for them to step on. And I do plan to relay everything here when I have time, and it'll be dry, and when I want to work inside. But that offering of plywood, it's going to have another use, and a good use, I think. There's not enough to cover everything up here, but it'll make it so the goats will be a lot more comfortable walking on it. I'm thinking another thing, I'll tell you. I'm thinking about extending this wooden floor out as far as these posts. But if I do that, I'm also going to try to lower it about another 6 inches or so. It would be lovely if I could make it flush with this. Now this is manure as well, what I'm walking on here, and that's where my workbench is going to be. But dry manure is actually a very pleasant surface to walk on. It's soft, it's warm. Animals like to lay on it, to tell you the truth. But anyway, it would be nice if I could just have this all one level. And I think I can, and without even having a step up here. But who knows? Maybe I'll go on and bring the wooden floor out this way. I might, if I have enough material. One of the rules of my rough carpentry is to spend as little money as possible. Basically, I've had no choice because I've never really had any money to spend. So I use what I've got. Here's the first of the goats coming down from pasture. They go up in the morning and graze, and then they come down here usually around noon, then go up again in the evening. They're checking stuff out because their world is a little different here now. But I think they like it. I've about made my mind up that I am going to extend that wooden floor out as far as these posts. I may start that process even today, possibly. I don't know. See, the weather is reasonable right now, and so I'm working outside. Once it gets really bitter or too much snow and ice and sleet, I'll work in here. Oh, that little guy's got love on his mind. He's my future billy goat. He's still pretty young.